for inspiration.
And you're listening to the Exitology Unlock Your Profits, Unlock Your Potential show on the #1 global business talk and news network on the internet, IBGR, International Business Growth Radio. I am joined here as we are talking about creating lasting value even in a challenging economy. I'm joined here today with Jen Thompson, who is the president of Women of Mergers and Acquisitions Network, also known as WOMAN. And it is a membership-based organization here in Denver, Colorado, but with national reach. And the mission of WOMAN is to enrich the lives of women through 3 pillars of inform, connect, and serve. Through that, they provide unparalleled networking opportunities. They allow individuals to connect with their peers, mentors, and other industry leaders. Membership gives access to all monthly events within the network, and they are uniquely designed to make authentic connections and enhance the fantastic network that already exists of amazing women. Jen Thompson, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. So tell us here, you are recently anointed as the president of Women in Leadership here at the Women of Mergers and Acquisitions Network, and I know it's a personal passion for you, but maybe tell us a little bit, what has been your journey getting into this? Where do you see specifically female-led deals going, and just talk to us about the world of women in mergers and acquisitions.
Yeah, so I actually joined as a member of WOMAN February of 2022, so not that long ago. And the founder and former president said that she was exiting her role as the president in August of last year, so it's been about a year, and was looking for a successor. And so I thought, well, I'm rolling off of another board that I was involved in, and I will have some capacity. And so I raised my hand and thought, well, if that door's opening, I may as well step through it, and started as the president of WOMAN January of this year. And it's been an exciting ride so far.
That's awesome. So in terms of enriching the lives of women in M&A through information connection service, I'd just be curious, what is the world of M&A like for women these days? And the reason I'm asking that, you're talking to a middle-aged white male. Nobody likes us right now. And everyone who I know in the M&A world is basically some gray-haired dude that's a white male. And so I'm very, we're laughing as we say this, but I'm just...
That's true. It's very male dominated.
It's a true story. So what are you seeing out there, and really, how are you seeing these other perspectives enhancing the M&A profession?
Well, I will say there's the members in WOMAN are made up of corporate development leaders, business owners, service providers, intermediaries, and people from private equity, venture capital sections. And it's not limited to that, right? We're pretty inclusive. It's just some interest or some passion around M&A.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the intent is to cultivate relationships with other women and support each other through this journey. A lot of times in other women's organizations and throughout my career as a woman business leader, if you don't have somebody that you can look up to and see in that space that in where you're headed, you kind of question your path forward. And so it's having that network available to talk through that with folks.
Well, I think the work you're doing is really important, because I know, because you're also a technologist. And so, there, for many, many years, there was always this talk of there's not enough women entering the technology field for all of the different reasons. There still isn't. Okay. And I would suspect it's probably similar in the M&A field for various reasons. But I love the idea of just simply, monkey see, monkey do, so to speak, right? Setting a good role model. So, hey, look, here is somebody who is ahead of me in business, and she's doing a good job. I can resonate with her. And my experience, when women put together an organization, is it typically is a lot more supportive and collaborative. Has that been your experience?
I I think so.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, I think that women in business tend to think a little bit differently than men running a business,
Hmm.
or how those relationships are built, and how mentoring occurs, things like that. And
Hmm.
uh, I also think that with women, we try to make sure that people have the right information to be successful in their jobs.
Sure.
You know, M&A is has such a huge spectrum of knowledge, and to be an expert in M&A is like, it's impossible. It's a lifelong journey.
Totally.
And so trying to get tidbits of information here and there about diligence, or economic trends, post-merger integration. We have somebody coming to talk to us about cybersecurity later this year.
Cool.
All of that information really helps to cultivate a person's, or all of our members' success,
Yeah.
um, and make sure that they are, having a seat at the table or leading those conversations, even with
So
their leadership.
so as the president of this organization, if we were to meet here 10 years from now, what would you have hoped would have happened over the last 10 years to not only bring more women into leadership and really fulfill that passion, but how has the M&A profession changed 10 years from now as a result of your organization?
Oh, wow. If I were dreaming,
Let's dream.
I dream all the time about it. We would be able to build a worldwide network of women who can support each other, not just through, personal growth and development, but also maybe like with business development,
Hmm.
and engagements with each other, supporting each other's growth professionally in that sense as well. So it might look like different geographies have different cohorts that are working on different events. We might have some big annual events. We're talking next year about doing a golf tournament or some
Ooh.
network brunches, things like that. So, just kind of continuing to build it and grow it. And I would love to have organizations put their D&I dollars, or their investment dollars, into sponsoring women in M&A, and making sure that they have the right resources that they need to be successful, because it's not only an investment in those individuals, it's an investment in their company as well,
Right.
right? If you set people up with the right education and knowledge, then that helps their case in the long run.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you're building this up, kind of knowing of the interesting demographics that exist right now, and then how they're going to change over the next 10 years. I know for membership, you're looking for corporate development folks, you're looking for business owners, service providers, intermediaries, private equity, venture capital, kind of the whole schmear, if you will. Um, and so how can folks who are not a woman necessarily, but other people who are in the industry, how can those of us on the outside support the organization?
Well, we love having guest speakers come on and talk to us about, their experience in M&A and their expertise. So we're always looking for volunteer speakers, sponsorships through, for events,
Okay.
or if you have an event that you would like to host, and, invite women members to it, then we can cross promote, things like that.
Cool.
It's really a matter of just providing those opportunities and making sure people are informed about what's out there.
Sure. And I guess and it obviously goes without saying, but I'll say it anyways, is it would have to be aligned with your mission to enrich the lives of women in M&A through information, connection, and service. But it's a very big world, I think, to your point. And um,
Really.
one of the other things that I'd be curious about is You've done a number of different events this year in terms of supporting Girls Inc. and some other things. Tell us about some of the give back events that you've all been.
I
Involved
love our serve events. Our serve events are some of the best ones. So, yeah, earlier this year we partnered with Girls Inc., which is an organization that helps girls and making sure that they have the resources that they need. And we came in as a woman group and assembled stress kits for them to take home and build stress kits. And I actually brought some home to my kids and they loved it.
Nice.
Get together and network and get to know each other and also give back to the community. We have another one coming up in December where we're going to get to support an organization called Kenzie's Causes and wrap presents for children. But it gives us an opportunity to give back, which I personally think is super important.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love the connections that happen around those types of service events.
Yeah.
Because it's it's a high spirited event in terms of really wanting to do the right thing. It's a good karma moment, right?
Well, and you have that shared connection and that shared
Yeah.
memory of doing it together, and it's not, hey, we both got on the same Zoom call and learned about
Right.
diligence. That's also interesting, but
Yeah.
it's a different game.
No, that's great. So as we bring this to a close, could you maybe tell us first of all, how can they find out more about Woman, and then what types of leaders are you looking for in the organization who might be ready to step up and join you?
Well, that's exciting. Right now, it's a very lean run organization, so having a team of people is also part of the vision. You can find more about Women at womanglobalgroup.com or email me at jen@womanglobalgroup.com.
Cool. Womanglobalgroup.com. Well,
Yeah.
Jen, thank you so much for being with us here on the Exitology Unlock Your Profits, Unlock Your Potential show on the International Business Growth Radio Network. I'm Jason Wally Waldron. I've been your host for the day, and you can always find out more about our methods of growing to exit at exitology.com. Thanks for listening, folks. We'll see you next time.